You know the feeling. You grab a bag of chips and you tell yourself, just a couple. But then, a few minutes later, you're looking down at a pile of crumbs and an empty bag, and you're wondering, what just happened? Well, what if I told you it's not actually your fault? Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the real reason you just can't eat one.
Right? It's more than just a famous slogan. It's a legitimate question. How is it that potato chips seem to just vaporize our willpower? The answer, turns out, has way less to do with self-control and a whole lot more to do with some fascinating brain chemistry and some seriously clever food engineering.
And if you think this is just a you problem, think again. According to a 2020 survey, a whopping 85% of Americans eat potato chips. So yeah, this isn't some quirky habit, it's a massive coast-to-coast phenomenon. But what is it about them that's so universal?
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. To really understand why potato chips have this almost magnetic pull, we have to look at how they're basically designed from the ground up to get us hooked. This is not an accident, it's a science.
And check this out, it's not just us humans. A study published in Frontiers in Psychology gave rats a choice. They could have their regular boring rat food, or they could have potato chips. The result? Well, the rats went absolutely bonkers for the chips, choosing them over and over again. This tells us there's something almost primal going on here.
And a huge part of the answer comes down to one little chemical, dopamine. You've probably heard of it. It's the brain's feel-good pleasure chemical. When that salt from the chip hits your tongue, your brain gets a little shot of dopamine. It's basically a reward signal that screams, yes, that was good, do that again. And that reward signal creates a powerful feedback loop. It's super simple, but incredibly effective. You eat one chip, the salt triggers that dopamine rush. Your brain feels pleasure, and then your brain immediately wants another hit of that pleasure. So you reach for another chip, and so on and so on. But here's where it gets really interesting. You'd think it's all about that salty, fatty taste, right? Nope, that's only part of the story. The food scientists who make these things are actually targeting a completely different sense. That's right, it's the crunch. That loud, satisfying crackle when you bite down is not an accident. Our brains are hardwired to associate crunchy sounds with freshness, which makes the whole experience more stimulating. And chip companies know this. They literally hire sound engineers and researchers to design the perfect, most irresistible crunch. So now we know how they hook us. It's a one-two punch of brain chemistry and sound design. But while that experience is satisfying in the moment, making it a daily habit comes with a pretty steep cost. So let's talk about the price of that daily crunch. So the first problem is something called empty calories. See, chips give you a ton of energy, mostly from fat, but they offer pretty much zero essential vitamins and minerals. It's kind of like filling your car's gas tank with something that takes up space but doesn't actually make the engine run. You feel full, but your body is basically starving for real nutrition. And that lack of nutrition, combined with what is in them, leads to some serious issues. All that sodium can increase your blood pressure and put you at risk for heart disease. They're often loaded with trans fats, which some studies have linked to a doubled risk of depression. And of course, a ton of fat and empty calories is a fast track to weight gain. And the damage isn't just physical. Remember those trans fats we just mentioned? They've been shown to reduce your brain activity by as much as a quarter. So that snack you're munching on could literally be slowing down your ability to think clearly. But wait, there's more. It's not just about the ingredients they start with, but also what gets created in the cooking process. Research has shown that eating just a handful of chips every day can increase a particular toxic chemical in your body by almost 50%. That chemical is called acrylamide. It forms when starchy foods are cooked at really high temperatures, like when you're frying potatoes. And the big worry here is that long-term, repeated exposure to it may increase the risk for some really serious diseases, including cancer. Okay, I know that all sounds pretty intense, and it's easy to think you should just swear off chips forever. But the point of this isn't to scare you, it's to arm you with knowledge. So let's shift gears and talk about how you can snack smarter and still get that satisfying crunch. Look, the big takeaway here is not that you can never enjoy a potato chip again. The real secret is moderation, and even better, knowing how to make a smart swap when that craving hits. It's all about having better options in your playbook. And here are just a few ideas. Instead of regular fried chips, you could go for baked veggie chips. You'll get a lot less fat and fewer calories.
Air-popped popcorn is an amazing choice for a salty fix. Or if you want a totally different kind of crunch, try apple chips. You get that crispiness with natural sugars and no added fat. So in the end, it's clear that potato chips are expertly designed to make you want more, from the dopamine hit to that perfectly engineered sound. But now you know the science, you know the risks, and you know there are other ways to get that crunch. Your brain is listening for that sound.
You can actually hack your own cravings with some really smart sensory tricks. Your brain absolutely loves variety and color, so just mixing up things like carrots, nuts, and fruits can make healthy snacks way more interesting. And if you need that crunch, swap the chips for cucumbers. For a little mood lift, dark chocolate is great for serotonin. Or, just grab a banana for some quick energy that won't get you into that addictive cycle. So really, by understanding how your brain processes flavor, you can start swapping out those highly engineered snacks for fuel that actually boosts your mood and isn't addictive.